All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go. It says the connection is excellent, so that's good. That's always a good thing. Wait a minute for people to show up here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We'll run through that one more time. I find this commercial particularly charming for some reason. I'm not sure why. Welcome, everybody. No, it's just moving. Some of these are a little shorter. I have a bunch of them.
任天堂64テレビゲームで初めて実現した美しい波の動きに 3D スティックでシンクロするジェットスキー、揺らめく水面、飛び散る波しぶき、ウェーブレース64。対戦プレーなら一層面白い。ゲームが変わる、64が変える。任天堂64。
Some of these are like retail tapes or like internal tapes that just kind of loop a couple of times.
3D スティックでシンクロするジェットスキー、揺らめく水面、飛び散る波しぶき、ウェーブレース64。対戦プレーなら一層面白い。ゲームが変わる、64が変える。 任天堂64テレビゲームで初めて実現した美しい波の動きに 3D スティックでシンクロするジェットスキー。
There's a comment here. WaveWave 64 is probably one of the bigger technical masterpieces on the N64. I remember them talking about it using a lot, like 80+% of the processing power of the system. It was, I mean, the physics in it were pretty impressive for the time, from what I recall. Let's see here. So many. This one's a little longer.
Power.
いよいよ勢ぞろいする任天堂64ソフト、その情報をいち早く公開しよう。マリオカート64、あの大ヒットソフトが64でさらにパワーアップして登場。
There's some good beta stuff in these, like, montages.
64だからこそ実現できた起伏にあふれるコースで壮絶なバトルレースが繰り広げられる。おなじみのオールスターキャストに加え新しいキャラクターもエントリー。さらにパワーアップした
Probably wait a couple days or so, but eventually I'm going to do a live stream of the Tonic Trouble beta that we showcased today, just to kind of showcase some of the additional levels and areas that I didn't get around to.
2人対戦プレイはもちろん、画面の美しさはそのままに3人、そして4人同時対戦を実現。マルチ対戦機能で新しい興奮を約束。マリオカート名物のタイムアタックモード、新たなバトルモードも搭載。ますます遊べる、盛り上がる。
So what is everyone up to tonight other than watching this? What are you guys doing? What are you playing this weekend? What's happening?
対戦プレイが楽しめる。12月14日いよいよ発売。スターフォックス64、3D スティックの操作性をフルに生かしたシューティングゲーム。舞台は遥か彼方の惑星集団ライラット系。かつての天才科学者アンドルフ皇帝の宣戦布告に立ち向かうため。
Yeah, I try to teach myself Japanese through various apps a couple times. There's a comment, Dwarf365. I wish I understood Japanese, and I just never got very far. You can see the beta shield and HUD here.
3D スティックが可能にした360度全方向に動き回れる戦闘ステージでは64ならではの自由な操作感覚が体験できる。さらに4分割画面での対戦モードが新しく登場。かつてない激しい戦闘がプレイヤーを熱くする。ブラストドーザー、あのドンキーコングシリーズ開発チームが64の最新技術を駆使して今までにない新しいタイプのメカアクションゲームを生み出した。核ミサイルを乗せたトレーラーがコントロール不能になってしまった。最悪の事態を逃れるため全ての障害物を破壊しトレーラーを一刻も早く安全な場所へ誘導し。
Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you so much. Hello, man9655. Love your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
強力な破壊メカが用意された。スライドアクションでガンガン体当たり。
Your super chat will go towards equipment and shipping fees for these prototypes.
華麗に空を舞い上空からビルをめがけて急降下する3種類のロボットタイプ。暴走を続けるトレーラーの進行ルートは決して単純な道ばかりではない。地形に合わせ自分の得意技に合わせて赤いメカをセレクトしてほしい。ミサイルが爆発すれば全てが終わってしまう。実行あるのみ。3D スティック。
There's a comment asking about translations and such. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of this, you know, probably not obviously exactly what they're saying, but the footage was used also in US videos as well, I believe, at least parts of it, with its own narration.
パーフェクトストライカー J リーグ加盟全16チーム16競技場が実名でしかも驚くほどリアルに再現された迫力あるサッカーゲーム。本物のサッカー選手の動きをそのままプログラミング。実際の動きにこだわって走るモーションだけでもおよそ30種類もある凝りよう。従来8方向にしか動かせなかった選手のコントロールも 3D スティックを使うことで全方向自由自在に操れる。
Hey Tony, do you think that there are still things to discover with the 64DD? Asks Cordova Bea? PC Ordova Bea? I'm totally botching that. Yeah, there's always stuff. There's nothing that I'm aware of right now, but there's always surprises out there, which, you know, give me hope. Wasn't expecting to ever see a beta version of Mario Paint. You know, I was never expecting to see Cubivore get dumped, even though it was the post N64DD version of it. So yeah, I mean, there's still stuff out there. We just got to keep plugging, you know, Cordova Baya. Yeah, I don't know. We just got to keep plugging away at it. Keep our ear to the ground regarding this stuff.
ゴルフ発祥の地、数々の栄光と歴史を誇る。
Regarding Mario 64 2 or Mario 128 being like first party stuff, that would be real hard to come by. Although Mario Artist was first party, although I'm not sure exactly where it was developed. It was, I don't know. Either way, like it's more likely that you're gonna get third party or like second party stuff, like Intelligent Systems, for example.
球も思いのまま4人同時プレイもできて面白さ超ダイナミック。麻雀マスター上級者はもちろん初心者でも楽しめる本格的4人打ち麻雀。
There's a question. Do you think there's a way to dump Xbox One stuff yet? I have no idea. I generally don't do a lot of Xbox stuff, and I also, you know, that stuff's still being sold in stores. I tend to avoid all that entirely. My thing is more like I'd rather deal with like legacy software, older stuff, than something that a company is actively making money on currently, which is, you know, would be very much frowned upon. 映画007をそのまま完全 3D ゲーム化。人工知能プログラムがリアルなスパイアクションの世界に引き込んでゆく。手作り感覚を大切にした。 Yeah, there's a comment here saying the late 1987 overdump of Ocarina of Time had some interesting unused text. One of them mentions Link could get his rupees stolen while he's sleeping. I believe there used to be hotels.
このほかアクション、スポーツ、シューティングなど
That's some really nice clean footage of Kirby's air ride right there. I can jump back to it.
カービィエアライド。このほかアクション、スポーツ、シューティングなどさまざまなジャンルの任天堂64ソフトたちが続々と開発進行中。本当に面白いソフトだけがもうすぐあなたの手元へ届けられる。
Here's a question. Do you think that there's a likelihood of people will dump an beta of Super Mario 64? I think it's extremely unlikely. And I mean, it's always possible, but I think it's extremely unlikely.
任天堂64の世界ゲームは変わる
Yep, it was showing Kirby's Air Ride on N64.
どうもありがとうおまけに任天堂が誇るゲームプロたちの職人芸をとくとご覧に入れようまず最初はスーパーマリオ64から秘技
I would love to be able to play Kirby's Air Ride 64. In fact, I probably should play the GameCube version. I own it. I have the Japanese copy, but I just need to get around to it. I also love how this, in the promo, spoils the fact that Yoshi is up here. Like, spoilers just didn't exist. It was like, oh, cool, secret. Whereas, like, nowadays, it'd be like, why? You ruined the game for me. I'm so mad. Let me complain about it.
Here we go!
コースクリアもゲームプロだとこんなにも鮮やかというところをお見せしよう
Yeah, it was pretty impressive that we got Dinosaur Planet, but yeah, I mean, I never really thought we'd ever be able to see Dinosaur Planet, but it was also a third party. It's just that it was a very prestigious third party, being Rareware, right? Rare LTD. So, never thought I'd see anything like that pop up. But, I mean, it gives me some hope for some more Nintendo first-party stuff. Not a ton, just because, you know, it's so under lock and key, but who knows? A lot of what I've been trying to do is capture, like, magazine stuff and, like, rescan a lot of, like, beta content there. I got a heads up on some unscanned issues of Dengeki. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but Dengeki N64 magazine, which had Mother 3 content, and it's unscanned, and a lot of the content from that magazine had, up until a year ago, unseen content from Mother 3. So I'm hoping the one that I just picked up actually has some stuff as well, but maybe, maybe not. Here's another one I need to mess with. I've never played Pilot Wing 64. At least if I had, it's like when it came out and I didn't play it much. I think I rented it once and I kind of got confused by it when I was a kid. But other than that, I only ever played Pilot Wings for the SNES, which was fun. I had that for the Wii Virtual Console and never played the 3DS one or anything. So it's on the to-do list eventually.
おやこんなところにワリオが最後はウェーブレース64からあるコースを正確にクリアすると
I think we'll get another Pilot Wings when there's some sort of innovation in hardware, is my guess, because it's always sort of been like a hardware showpiece. So it's like Mode 7 for the SNES, or non-glasses 3D for the 3DS, or polygonal gameplay, you know, for the N64. So I'm not quite sure what they would do with another Pilot Wings. Like, there'd have to be some sort of like different way to play it or view it or something. Maybe at some point if Nintendo does like a VR, I think that would probably be a good candidate for a Pilot Wings game.
なかったコンピューターグラフィックスアニメーションの世界任天堂64新しいコントローラーに搭載されたサンディスティックをグリグリ動かすと3次元のゲームステージでマリオを思いのまま
Yeah, I definitely get a lot of like, oh, you've never played this game, you never played that game. It's just kind of one of those things. I mean, there's like millions of games, so it's hard, you know. I remember when I went to school for film, and whenever there was like a movie that was like some movie everyone knew about or whatever, or popular film or classic film that I hadn't seen out of, you know, hundreds of thousands of movies, they'd be like, oh my god, you've never seen that one, how could you be a filmmaker? And it's like, well, just haven't seen it. Just haven't found time. Little snippet from Kirby's Air Ride. Previous to this video being preserved, I don't believe this had ever been seen in video format, this particular snippet. Checking out some new VHS stuff here. There we go. A lot of this early N64 stuff, in terms of like the promos, were kind of similar. They reused a lot of footage. Like the developers would give, you know, some clip, and it's like this particular montage right here. You see a lot when you capture these videos, where it's like it goes Star Fox to Wave Race to Blast Corps to Kirby's Air Ride to Cruis'n USA. Like it's the same like montage that's like was given out and like used over and over again. In fact, since we've kind of already seen this, let's see what else this has to offer. It's a nice little beta. Where did it go? Title screen, Mario Kart R. Are you planning on making a new video about what's been discovered lately on Dinosaur Planet? What has been discovered lately? I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe. I'll touch base with those guys that are working on it and see what's going on. I'd like to. Right now I kind of have my hands full with some projects, so it probably wouldn't be for a couple months, to be honest. Got some cool stuff coming up. Some interesting hardware stuff, and what else do I have? Yeah, mostly a lot of interesting hardware stuff, actually. I was always fascinated about how they actually advertised and marketed their games. Unfortunately, a lot of the, pretty much all of the Mario content, like the Mario 64 content from this era, is not beta because it's like one of the first things, the first thing they released for the N64 along with Pilot Wings. So, you know, really you're going to see the Mario beta content with, on VHS tapes that also have like SNES footage and promotional content on there.
今までのテレビゲームでは実現できなかった
Yeah, corridor game time.
任天堂643D スティックを使って初めて体験できる新しいゲームの世界
Yeah, it is hard to believe the N64 is 25 years old. I mean, looking at the graphics, yeah, it's not hard to believe, but like from a life perspective, it's very strange.
Toda la información, el poder de Nintendo 64 me abdujo. Desde entonces he estado perdido en el mundo de Nintendo. Ha sido increíble.
Al grano, JJ.
Eso.
This is a solo part on Nintendo Spanish tape, and it's pretty cool because there's actually a lot of really neat beta content on it.
Asombroso. Es alucinante. Tiene una potencia de 64 bits, el doble que las demás. La velocidad de proceso es de 93,75 MHz.
Oh, John is here.
Y por si fuera poco, el procesador no es de unos cualquiera. Es de Silicon Graphics. Nada menos que el líder mundial en informática.
There's a comment from Robotacular. I like the earlier vid also. Thank you very much. And I'm having some gin and tonic trouble right now.
De los videojuegos. Una velocidad.
Should make a tonic trouble, gin and tonic trouble drink where it's like, it's some sort of like purple something in there.
Más diversión. Por algo la han elegido los profesionales del sector como la mejor consola del año en la feria europea más importante de ocio electrónico, el ECTS, European Computer Trade Show.
You hear the number 64 like a million times.
Señor presidente, una consola más. Las tiendas están llenas de esas.
Déjese de bobadas, Gutiérrez. Tenemos un serio problema.
I love this guy's staff that he
Una
has.
consola 2 veces más potente y 3 veces más rápida. Y con la tecnología más avanzada del mercado. Y por si fuera poco, la eligen la mejor.
No problem, señor presidente. Bajamos los precios y ya está, todo arreglado. No se da cuenta.
That guy kind of reminds me of Beekman from Beekman's World, if anyone remembers that.
Vamos, digo.
They still play it on PBS, actually, I believe. Maybe not
Quiero
PBS.
decirle, Gutiérrez,
Maybe,
que
I
ya
don't know.
somos más baratos.
No problem, señor presidente. A ver, ¿qué más tienen? Porque la consola no lo es todo. ¿No tienen nada más?
¿Por qué se ríe? ¿Qué más descubrió?
Ve accesorios de Nintendo 64. Los mandos son de 6 colores diferentes: rojo, amarillo, verde, azul, negro y gris. Junto con la consola, viene incluido un mando analógico que permite una precisión y una libertad de movimientos alucinantes, cuando nosotros lo vendemos por separado. Además, el mando está diseñado especialmente para los juegos en 3D. Tiene 10 botones de funciones, con los que podrás manejar todos los juegos sin perder un segundo. La consola también dispone de entrada para...
This was a PAL region tape captured via S-Video. So, unfortunately, the PAL region tapes, because I don't have an HDMI out player, aren't quite as crisp, but still reasonable, a reasonable conversion once it gets preservation once it goes through like handbrake and stuff.
Por primera vez sientes lo que ves. Cuando lo prueben se darán cuenta de lo que es sentir toda la emoción del juego en sus manos. Además, este accesorio lo regalan con el juego Lylat Wars.
No problem, señor presidente.
Los accesorios se completan con el controller pack o tarjeta de memoria para guardar las partidas y la configuración del mando, entre otras cosas. Y el cable RF, por si la televisión no tiene euroconector.
A nadie se le ocurrirá comprar la consola esta y todos esos accesorios. ¿No ve que no tiene buenos juegos? Nosotros en eso les ganamos. Además, tenemos muchos más y mejores.
Señor Gutiérrez, Super Mario 64 ha sido elegido en el ECTS como el mejor juego para consola de 1997.
O sea, que todos los nuestros son peores.
¡Hombre! Ese pegajoso de Mario, que además no sabe ni arreglar una...
Renaming Star Fox was a very strange choice. I wonder... I was curious as to why the hell they did that.
¡Inútil! Mario es fontanero, no electricista. Y las cosas no deben ser así cuando le han elegido como el mejor juego para consola del año. Pero siga, JJ.
Este es Super Mario 64, el mejor juego para consola de 1997.
Pare eso, JJ. Señorita Pérez, avise inmediatamente al probador de nuestros videojuegos.
Eso. Y a ver qué opina él.
Que suba inmediatamente García a la sala de juntas.
Hola, ¿me llamaban?
Pase. Y fíjese bien en estos juegos. Queremos su opinión.
Bueno, este es Super Mario 64. Como decía, el mejor juego para consola del año. Tiene 24 fases larguísimas, donde hay que completar 120 misiones. Con Mario se puede correr, saltar, agacharse, deslizarse agachado, dar puñetazos y patadas, nadar, coger objetos y lanzarlos. Y se pueden grabar hasta 4 partidas en la memoria del cartucho.
¿Han visto sus movimientos de cámara? Se puede cambiar cuando se quiera. Y los gráficos en
Let's see what else we got on
están
here.
perfectamente conseguidos gracias al efecto anti-aliasing.
Como si ya...
We've seen this sequence of trailers a couple times already, so I'm gonna go to like literally the last video. Remember when I mentioned like they basically just kind of had like the same footage that just recycled for a bunch of VHS tapes, but occasionally you get a VHS tape with something a little bit different
Vivirá
in
la
it.
acción desde una vista subjetiva con todos los gráficos renderizados en 3D y un dinamismo en la acción digno de la mejor película de 007. En el modo Vive y deja morir,
Oh, here we go.
basado en uno de los personajes más conocidos de los videojuegos, el legendario Bomberman. Con nuevas maniobras para lanzar bombas, perspectivas de cámara ajustables individualmente y un perfecto control del personaje gracias al joystick analógico exclusivo de Nintendo 64.
Nos ha fastidiado. ¿Corrige las perspectivas automáticamente?
Además, existe la opción de 4 jugadores simultáneos y diferentes modos.
Such a charm, especially to like the style of Bomberman in the N64 era.
Jugador jamás diseñado en 3D son las armas de Bomberman 64 para triunfar.
Yeah, this game's music was definitely really badass.
Mischief Makers. Los amantes de los juegos de plataformas en 2 dimensiones están de enhorabuena. Aunque a este juego se le debería calificar como de 2 dimensiones y media, ya que todos los fondos y los personajes están creados en 3D. Pero el juego se desarrolla en un scroll lateral 2D.
Well, that is a fun fact. It says MYT64. The narrator is also the voice actor for Buzz Lightyear in the Spanish Spain dub.
Marina recorrerá 55 espectaculares niveles, repletos de sorprendentes detalles, donde tendrá que sortear o deshacerse de cientos de enemigos y enfrentarse a terroríficos jefes de final de fase.
Robotacular says, this game is such a treasure. Which is, of course, the daddiest
Nunca hubiera
dad joke of
imaginado
all
que se
time.
podía
'Cause it's
conseguir un juego
made
en
by
2
Treasure.
dimensiones y media tan espectacular.
Diddy Kong Racing. La saga Donkey Kong ya ha aterrizado en la mejor aventura para Nintendo 64. Y no lo podía haber hecho con mejor pie. Mejor dicho, con mejor vehículo. Porque nuestros gorilas se han motorizado y ahora les podemos ver corriendo en buggy, hovercraft y en avión. En el modo aventura, el objetivo es encontrar...
So, Mario Kart 64 or Diddy Kong Racing. Argue about it in the chat, please.
Pero solo a los que hayan sido capaces de conseguir los globos dorados en el curso de feroces batallas podrán acceder a los diferentes mundos de este reino para encontrar los trozos del amuleto. En el modo carreras, Diddy competirá contra 7 de sus amigos, el oso Banjo, la ardilla Cocker o Cross el Kremlin, entre otros. En definitiva, 20 recorridos en el 3D más sorprendente de todos los vistos hasta ahora. Nueva técnica de animación en tiempo real, Real-Time Dynamic Animation, creada por Rare para este juego.
Es la encargada de hacer que las animaciones sean mucho más espectaculares. Yo esto solo lo había visto en una estación...
Los videojuegos.
Banjo.
Yoshi's Story. Yoshi vuelve a las pantallas de la mano de Miyamoto.
Full title screen, of course. Notice how you don't see any of the fruit rings here, like you don't see any fruit on screen at all. It's much more barren. It seems to either have that fruit HUD toggled off or not really be centric around collecting it at this point in time.
24 niveles repletos de sorpresas en un juego de plataformas en el que el salto ajustado y los centenares de enemigos, la jugabilidad, diversión y la tecnología de última generación harán de este juego un nuevo clásico.
Yeah, it could be that they planned it but it hadn't implemented yet. I don't know. Either way, it's not quite here.
Conker. La primera aventura en 3D para Nintendo 64 con los personajes Conker y Berry, que cuentan con inteligencia artificial que les permitirá adaptarse a las condiciones del entorno que les rodee en cada momento. 4 mundos repletos de aventuras donde el jugador tendrá que localizar más de 100 objetos. Todo un reto. F064.
Let's get that hot beta Conker one more time here, boys and girls.
La primera aventura en 3D para Nintendo 64 con los personajes Conker y Berry, que cuentan con inteligencia artificial que les permitirá adaptarse a las condiciones del entorno que les rodee en cada momento. 4 mundos repletos de aventuras donde el jugador tendrá que localizar más de 100 objetos. Todo un reto.
I know a lot of people really love Conker, but like I found the combat, like with the pan and stuff, I don't know, I just kind of found it to be a little bit like slow and unresponsive, I guess. Like I guess the platforming and puzzle solving and stuff was okay, and the graphics were amazing for the for the N64. Obviously, it was a very late N64 game by Rare, but I don't know, I just kind of, I don't know, I never got very far in it.
Y por si lo que hemos visto hasta ahora les parece poco.
Yeah, Rare still has all the builds of everything.
Para 1998.
Bueno, con esto ya habremos acabado. Más.
Todavía no hemos hablado de Zelda 64. Miren bien estas imágenes. Es lo más de lo más. Observen el impresionante aspecto de todos los mapeados, de todos los gráficos en 3D. Y es que no podía ser de otra forma. Zelda 64 es la obra maestra del genio de Nintendo, Miyamoto. Y para redondearlo, encima tendrá todos los textos de pantalla en castellano. En resumen,
I love that original Link jump flip attack that he does. So cool.
Mayor calidad en el software. Y por si fuera...
Game Boy. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Can't entirely remember what's on this. Is that Terranigma? Yeah, cool.
Terranigma. El último RPG en llegar al mundo de los videojuegos y el que más tiene que decir, porque es el más equipado. Textos de pantalla en castellano. 32 megas. La posibilidad de guardar hasta 3 partidas. Una increíble libertad de movimientos y un fantástico libro de pistas de 74 páginas. Además, el protagonista cuenta con 25 armas distintas.
Part of the Soul Blazer trilogy.
25 resistentes armaduras y hasta 40 ítems a recoger y utilizar a lo largo de todo el desarrollo del juego.
Terranigma didn't get a US release because it came out in Japan and in Europe. I believe it was because of like religious iconography that was scattered throughout the game.
La magia de Disney en tu Super Nintendo. Mowgli ha decidido viajar desde la selva al poblado humano. Su peor enemigo, Shere Khan, ha salido en su búsqueda. Tu misión será guiar a Mowgli a través de 11 escenarios diferentes en los que deberás esquivar trampas, enfrentarte a múltiples enemigos y encontrar el final de cada fase, donde hay un gran enemigo al que deberás derrotar para continuar. El juego que sigue fielmente el argumento de la película. Simba deberá convertirse en un león adulto a lo largo del juego y vengar la muerte de su padre. Esquiva o elimina a tus enemigos mientras buscas la salida del laberinto en el que te encuentras. Al final, tendrás que estar para enfrentarte a tu tío Scar. Los mejores juegos de la historia de Super Nintendo ahora juntos en una increíble colección. Super Nintendo Classic. Si Game Boy Classic es imprescindible para los poseedores de una Game Boy, lo mismo ocurre con Super Nintendo Classic. Es la mejor selección de juegos de Super Nintendo, la única que reúne los grandes éxitos de la consola de 16 bits con los personajes con los que Nintendo ha cosechado sus mayores triunfos. La colección incluye el gran bombazo, Super Mario Kart, donde Mario compite a golpe de acelerador con otros personajes casi tan populares como él. El primer RPG de la historia de los videojuegos, el auténtico e inimitable Legend of Zelda. El juego de estrategia más popular de Super Nintendo, que marcó un hito dentro de la historia de los videojuegos, Tetris y Dr. Mario. El incomparable Donkey Kong Country, con el famosísimo Donkey Kong como protagonista principal de un juego de plataformas. Y el
Specifically, we got the Pokemon theme in German.
Ich will der Allerbeste sein, wie keiner immer vor mir war. Ganz allein fang ich sie mir, ich kenne die Gefahr. Ich streife durch das ganze Land, ich suche weit und breit das Pokémon, um zu verstehen, was in diese Macht verleiht. Pokémon, komm, schnapp sie ein, gut. Vertrauen auf unseren Mut. Ich lern von dir und du von mir. Pokémon, komm, schnapp sie dir. Pokémon.
He's in a Smash Bros. Commercial there. Do one more here, then probably I'll hit the hay. GameCube.
You want more action, more excitement, more fun, then you want what Nintendo's bringing. This November, the Nintendo GameCube reinvents video gaming. Mario's younger brother Luigi has been lurking in his sibling's shadow for way too long, but no more. Welcome to Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. When Luigi inherits a mysterious mansion that's overrun with paranormal activity, Brother Mario suddenly vanishes into the mysterious beyond. Terrified of the spooky house, Luigi bravely faces his fears and sets out to rescue his brother. Armed with only a flashlight and vacuum cleaner, Luigi tiptoes through the mansion's many rooms and hallways, facing off against a host of nefarious ghouls and ghostly apparitions. Ghosts freeze after being flashed, which gives Luigi the opportunity to suck them up with his vacuum. Just be aware of the surprise attack from the rear. Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. It's frighteningly fun. Make some waves, big waves with Wave Race Blue Storm.
I don't think Mario is missing counts to anyone.
Or glide across a tropical paradise. From glaciers to Venice, Italy, the water effects are gnarly. Interact with the lifelike waves as they bounce your jet ski from one buoy to the next. Up to 4 players can go head-to-head or race alone against 7.
If I recall, this Wave Race was like kind of met with a lukewarm reception. Is that correct? I've never played it. But it wasn't like, you know, groundbreaking like the N64 version was.
You are the winner, dude!
Nintendo's biggest stars duke it out in Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Pikachu, Ness, Samus, Yoshi, Star Fox, and Captain Falcon are just some of the characters you'll find.
His name is not Star Fox.
Yes. Choose from 30 new offensive and defensive weapons to pummel each other. With its amazing realism, it's more deliciously outrageous than ever. Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. It's a battle royale.
Sports.
Tap into the power of Nintendo's GameCube with NBA Courtside 2002 and experience authentic NBA action like never before. Up to 4 players can hit the hardwood simultaneously, bust sweet crossovers, first step jukes, and monster dunks, giving you everything you've come to expect from a basketball game and much more. And check out the adrenaline button, which can give you the extra juice you need to turn a normal layup into an ankle-breaking reverse jam. Lively commentary.
Yeah, I did like the fact that they said amazing realism for Smash Brothers. It's like, what are you? What?
GameCube. Take on the role of an intrepid spaceman, crash-landed on a strange planet after colliding with a wayward comet in Pikmin for the Nintendo GameCube. With the help of the Pikmin, a bizarre race of plant-like creatures, you'll have to fight off savage predators to find and assemble the scattered pieces of your spacecraft. Control up to 100 different Pikmin at once. Immerse yourself in the lush, real-world landscapes. But don't forget, time is running out on your life support system, so you gotta jam. Push the limits of your imagination with Pikmin for the Nintendo GameCube. Long ago and far away, the epic struggle between the Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance raged on in countless unsung battles. Welcome to Star Wars Rogue Leader Rogue Squadron 2 for the Nintendo GameCube from LucasArts Entertainment. The action is riveting through 11 missions flown in every craft available to the Rebels, all with a sense of realism that equals the Star Wars films.
Use the Force, Luke.
Star Wars Rogue Leader Rogue Squadron 2. The force of the Nintendo GameCube is with you. You gotta have more? Nintendo's ready, with plenty of power-packed third-party support. Check it!
I love how they're trying to convince you that they have third-party support. Also love how they advertise the batter being totally just decked by the pitcher.
This holiday, Nintendo's going huge with the gotta-have gaming goods. GameCube from Nintendo. It's extreme. For more information, call 1-800-255-3700.
All right, crazies. I think that's going to be it for me tonight. This is part 2 of our VHS viewing. I probably have enough extra content out there, VHS, LaserDisc content to fill up another stream. I got a Sega LaserDisc I'd like to cover, and a couple more VHS tapes. Not a ton. A lot of them are kind of repetitive, so we'll showcase those when they are ready. So either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight, and I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and take care of yourselves, be safe, and we'll see you all next time. And of course, if you haven't, check out today's Tonic Trouble video. Got a beta. It's a Ubisoft game. It's kind of like a game that they created to try to test the waters before making Rayman for the N64, their 3D Rayman. So yeah, check it out. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of differences in this one, so it was pretty fun to mess around with. Anywho's, take care, guys. We'll see you later.